So hey my tater tots, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have another YouTube related how to get started, etc., whatever you want to call it, type of video. In today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and, well, not necessarily tips, but I'm basically going to be letting y'all know how you can start a YouTube channel of your own for $100 or less. Personally speaking, I feel like one of the main reasons why YouTube is probably the #1 passive income stream to have, if you ask my opinion, is just because of the lack of funds and experience that you need to get started. Other types of businesses, you need to actually know what you're doing, you need to figure stuff out, you need certain qualifications, sometimes you need a certain amount of money, etc. YouTube literally is like probably one of the easiest businesses to start up, and I'm gonna let y'all know all about it because y'all know I just don't feel right not sharing certain information once I find it out. Also, towards the end of this video, I am going to be letting you guys know like some, not tips, but I guess just like some ways to overcome your fear of starting a YouTube channel. A lot of people tell me that too. They're like, oh, I want to start a YouTube channel, but like I'm scared or I'm nervous or, you know, a bunch of other stuff. Or even if you haven't said that, a lot of people have had that thought linger in the back of their mind. So yeah, we're going to be addressing that too. But before we get into this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell down below so you never miss when I post a video, especially with it being day 14 now of Vlogmas, y'all. Vlogmas is literally flying right past us. I cannot believe we are almost done already. But yeah, anyways, go ahead and add me on my other socials. I have those on the screen. They'll be in the intro to outro description box. You can't miss it. And let's get right into the video. And I'm gonna cover all the equipment that you absolutely need, not extra stuff, because of course you don't need extras to start. I'm gonna let y'all know everything that you can use to start out, less than $100. Let's get right into it. Okay, #1, clearly you're gonna need a camera or a recording device of some sort. Personally, I feel like this doesn't even need to be counted as an expense because I feel like starting out, whether you have the money to splurge on expensive equipment or not, I feel like starting out on YouTube, use your phone. I always recommend to people to start off with their phone. I started out on my phone. A lot of other YouTubers started out on their phone. There is nothing wrong with starting off on your phone. Please don't think you have to go spend hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands, on expensive cameras and lenses and mics and all this other kind of crazy equipment. While that's okay to, you know, eventually advance up into that range, you don't have to start out on day one with a $1,500 camera or even a $500 camera or even a $100 camera. You don't have to do that because it's not necessary. Honestly, like I said, even if you can't afford to do something like that, I still wouldn't recommend anyone do it because YouTube, one thing about YouTube is it's not for everybody, and that's perfectly fine. I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily see what goes on behind the scenes of actually being a YouTuber, putting out content, etc. I feel like a lot of people just see like the surface. They see videos posted, they see cute thumbnails, they see YouTubers with large subscriber amounts making all this money, etc. For those of you that think that way, like, you have to really understand that no, this is not just like something simple, not quick, easy money. It's not that at all. I'm rambling now though, but basically all I was saying is just start on your phone. Whether you have the money or not, start on your phone. Even if you don't post the videos to YouTube, just record a test run video on your phone. Try to edit it on a free app. Use like iMovie. That's what I recommend. There's other apps that people use, but personally I recommend iMovie because it's simple and easy and you can pretty much do everything. If you want to go as far as posting your first few videos off of your phone with the ones that you edited, that's fine too. But yeah, bottom line, camera, $0 expense, start on your phone. And then moving on into the editing software, I kind of already talked about this. Another free expense, you don't have to spend money on an editing software. If you have an iPhone or any other Apple device, you can get iMovie for free. It's free in the App Store on any Apple device. I don't recommend spending money on an editing software, especially starting out, because again, same reason why I don't recommend spending money on an expensive camera. You don't know if you like this or not. You don't know if you want to fulfill this full time. Use everything as a test run starting out. Use things you have, and then later on I'm going to get into the few things that you might want to invest in starting out. But yeah, editing software, I recommend iMovie. Very simple, very easy to use, and it's free, like I said. Now the first thing, again, technically you don't have to spend money on this if you're creative enough, but I would recommend just making this very small investment for, you know, to take you a long way. Personally, I would recommend investing in a tripod. I know there's ways around it. You can get very creative. People stack things up all the time, prop their phone up or whatever they're recording on certain things. I've been there, done that too before I got my tripod. You end up getting real creative. It's crazy. Like, again, one of those things that people watching the video, they would have no idea that that's what's going on behind the scenes. But anyways, yeah, I feel like a tripod is a very small investment to make, but it's actually very well worth it. You can get a tripod off of Amazon, eBay. Honestly, even look at like thrift stores and stuff, because I've heard a lot of people on YouTube say that like they found their tripods and stuff like that at like secondhand stores, Goodwill, all of that for like $5. You really can't beat that. Like, the time and effort is gonna take you to find all this stuff, then stack it all up, then try to position your camera to how you want it. You could have just spent the $5, baby. And even if you don't want to go to a secondhand store, or you at one and you can't find one there, go, like I said, Amazon, eBay. I got mine, the one that I'm using right now. My tripod came from Amazon, and it was about, I don't know, I bought it a while ago. I know I didn't spend more than $20. And again, there's tripods that are less than that. Like, you can easily find a tripod somewhere online for about $10, $20, somewhere in that range. I really don't feel like you need to spend over $25 for a tripod. I just don't think it's necessary. But yeah, you can find a good quality tripod for less than $20. On my list, I put $15 for the tripod, so keep in mind when we start tallying up expenses, we just spent $15 on the tripod. Now, second investment I think you should make, once you buy your tripod, more than likely it's just gonna be a standard camera tripod. However, if you're using your phone, of course, it's not going to attach to the tripod because you can't screw it on. So I recommend getting this tripod attachment for your phone. Again, you can find these on various online stores. Personally, the one that I had, I got mine from eBay, and I believe it was about $7 or $8. Basically, it's just the flexible phone stand thingy thing. I'll insert a picture of it because I know what it looks like, but it probably doesn't sound like much, just me saying it. And then yeah, the attachments, you just order it. Like I said, mine was like $7 on eBay. If I can find a link, I'll include it in the description box, but I'm sure there's other ones on there. Yeah, but basically you buy that, you just screw it on to the tripod, and then you can put your phone on the tripod, period. So the tripod attachment, $10. Keep track of the tally, 15, 10, we at 25. Your lighting is probably gonna be one of those expenses that you might wanna just splurge a little bit more on, because the results that you get once you spend a little bit more money are very well worth it. Personally, I recommend using a ring light. That's the lighting that I use right now. That's the only lighting I use. I only use my ring light. The one that I got, I think I told y'all this story in one of my older videos. I don't even remember which one it was. But make sure you shop around, because a lot of people, they hear ring light and they automatically assume crazy expensive. While that can be the case, it doesn't have to be. I ended up looking up on mine, and I bought my ring light maybe like last summer, not the one we just passed, but 2019, and I bought mine for like $40 on eBay. Brand new, in the box, everything. So you just gotta kind of shop around. But even if you don't come across a deal like that, usually, I feel like if you shop around, you can find a ring light, about an 18-inch, maybe something slightly smaller, but you should be able to find an 18-inch somewhere for about $70. Amazon has some, eBay has some that might run around 50 or 60. Again, you just have to shop around, and you have to always watch out for deals, because little flash deals like the one I was talking about, they always come up, but you gotta get on them as soon as you see them. So on the list, I put $70 for the ring light. You should definitely be able to buy a ring light with $70. Again, keep track of my tally, y'all, because we ain't even made it to the 400 yet. But even as an alternative, if for some reason you just don't want a ring light, or you don't, you know, like the lighting that it gives, or whatever your case is, an alternative, I could recommend using softbox lights. I used softbox lighting in the past. It's slightly less expensive. I feel like you can get softbox lights for about, maybe a set of 2 for about $40. Softbox lights, they don't necessarily give off like that sharp light though. Like how my ring light is, how it's like bright and it's like a sharp light. I can't really explain it, but it doesn't really give off that kind of light. Softbox are soft hence the name. It's a lot more subtle lighting. I mean, it's still gonna light you up. It's gonna light your video up, but it's not gonna be like the same look as a ring light. Like I said, I've had both in the past, and personally, I like the ring light better because I just like the look it gives. But yeah, if you decide to opt with the softbox lights, it'll save you a little bit of money, probably around $30 or so. And if you guys been keeping up with my tally, and if you've been doing your math correctly, you should be at a total of about $95 or less. I dedicated the last $5 to a backdrop. Now this one is kind of optional, but not really. Backgrounds can be free if you get creative enough. It just kind of depends on the look that you're going for in your videos and what kind of, you know, what you're comfortable with. You don't have to spend money on this. You just gotta kind of set up your video how you want it to be presented. You can find a nice background that you want to just have behind you while you're recording your videos, kind of like what you see me do in most of my videos. I kind of sit on my bed and have that be my background. This is my typical background. If you don't have anything like that, or you don't want to do anything like that, you can always sit up against a wall and record your videos. Find any wall, don't matter. It could be printed wall, solid wall, chip paint wall, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, if you want to just sit up against the wall and do a video, you can do that. But like I said, if you don't want to do either of those options, you can go ahead and buy you a backdrop. People get so creative with backdrops. It's just so hard to even explain all of the options you have for backdrops. I've seen people go buy fabric from like Joann's and just like hang it up on the wall. I've seen people buy poster boards from the Dollar Tree and then like put them on a wall and like set up against that. I've seen people buy actual backdrops like with a stand and like professional type of equipment. I've seen people do that. You can get very creative with that. It's kind of just up to you. Personally, I've never been a fan of backdrops just because I just always like a background for like a more personal feel, or like if not, I might record up a wall, but you know, it just kind of depends. But yeah, if you want to invest in backdrops, you're able to do that. You can look around on YouTube or ask around for suggestions on which ones to get, where to go, etc. So yeah, with all of that, your total should be about $100 or less. Shouldn't be anything more than that. That is more than enough equipment to get started. You don't need anything other than the things that I named to post and record a video. And yeah, like I was saying, a lot of these things is kind of up to you. The price will fluctuate. Maybe you have some other suggestions that I didn't mention, or maybe you know something that I don't, or maybe you have some of these items already and you don't necessarily have to purchase them, so that saves money too. It's kind of just up to you. You just got to kind of figure out what works. And that's one of like the main beauties about YouTube. Like there's no set of rules. Like there's no right or wrong way to do a YouTube channel. It's really all up to you and what your following is attracted to or what they like. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the equipment that I have to tell you guys about. As far as overcoming fears, I told you guys that I would touch on that a little bit towards the end of the video. My biggest piece of advice is just start. Like, just start the video. Like, if you really want to have a YouTube channel, you really want to be a YouTuber, just start. Don't worry about people talking about you. Don't worry about what is the next person going to say, what is the next person going to think. That will keep you from doing, not even just YouTube videos, that will keep you from doing so many things that you truly want to do. And y'all, honestly, I'm not even trying to like do too much in this video, but like when I tell y'all like life is short, that was like one of my biggest revelations in 2020. Life is so short. You could literally be here today as we speak right in this moment and gone tomorrow and never coming back. Like, do what you want to do. People are going to talk about you if you do what you want to do. People are going to talk about you if you do what you don't want to do. People are going to talk about you if you do nothing. People are going to talk about you. People are going to always have their opinions. You cannot please everybody. Do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, once you long gone, nobody is still going to be talking about, oh, Top made a YouTube video about a skincare routine. Do what you want to do. Nobody is worried about all that. Like, it just, I could go on and on about it, but at the end of the day, just do what makes you happy. Do what satisfies you. And don't worry about what the next person's talking about, because like I said, people are always gonna have opinions. People are always gonna talk, and you can't please everybody. So if you try to do any of those things, you will always fail, because it's just impossible. It's too many people in the world for everybody to be in agreement on you. And really, it's not even for them to agree on, because it has nothing to do with them. But anyways, that's pretty much it, because I don't want to ramble or make the video more than what it has to be. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped. If it did, let me know. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and a bell so you never miss when I post a video. Make sure you add me on my other socials. Those will be on the screen. They'll be in the intro, the outro, the description box. You can't miss it. And thank you guys for watching once again, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye, y'all.